Welcome to Brussels, a city where architectural dreams take flight. We're about to journey into the heart of Art Nouveau, a movement that swept across Europe at the turn of the 20th century. And our guide for this adventure is none other than Victor Horta, a true pioneer of the style. Horta wasn't just an architect, he was an artist who saw buildings as living, breathing sculptures. He rejected the rigid rules of traditional architecture and embraced the flowing lines of nature. His buildings were unlike anything the world had ever seen, light, airy, and bursting with life. Born in Ghent in 1861, Horta's passion for architecture led him to Brussels, where he quickly made a name for himself. His early work showed glimpses of his innovative spirit. But it was with the Hôtel Tassel in 1893 that Horta truly revolutionized architecture and ushered in the era of Art Nouveau. So, buckle up as we step into the fascinating world of Victor Horta, where iron blossoms like flowers and buildings become works of art. Our first stop takes us to the heart of Brussels, to a quiet street where a revolution in architecture began. This is the Hôtel Tassel, a townhouse that shocked and amazed the world in 1893. It wasn't just a building, it was a statement, a bold declaration that a new era in design had arrived. Imagine the surprise of those who first laid eyes on the Hôtel Tassel. Gone were the heavy, ornate facades of traditional townhouses. In their place was a facade that seemed to dance with light, its curved lines adorned with delicate ironwork that resembled the stems and buds of plants. But the real magic unfolded inside. Horta's innovative use of iron and glass wasn't just decorative, it was structural. Slender iron columns, like those found in factories, were used to support the building, allowing for large open spaces bathed in natural light. The Hôtel Tassel wasn't just a home, it was a manifesto for Art Nouveau, a style that embraced nature, innovation, and artistic freedom. It was a building that challenged conventions and paved the way for a new era of architecture. Our next stop takes us just a short distance away to the Hôtel Solvay, another of Horta's masterpieces. If the Hôtel Tassel was a whisper of Art Nouveau, then the Hôtel Solvay was a resounding symphony. Commissioned by Armand Solvay, a wealthy industrialist, the house was a celebration of luxury, artistry, and the boundless possibilities of Art Nouveau. From the moment you step inside, you're greeted by a riot of textures and colors. Exquisite mosaics adorn the floors, their intricate patterns reflecting the light that streams through the stained glass windows. The walls are adorned with rich wood paneling, their curves echoing the sinuous lines of the ironwork that graces every corner. But the true heart of the Hôtel Solvay is the grand staircase. Bathed in the warm glow of a magnificent stained glass skylight, the staircase seems to float effortlessly upwards, its delicate ironwork resembling a cascade of leaves. Our journey through Horta's Brussels continues with a visit to the Hôtel van Eetvelde, a building that embodies the very essence of Art Nouveau. Commissioned by Edmond van Eetvelde, a diplomat and administrator of the Congo Free State, the house was designed to be a beacon of modernity and sophistication. Unlike the traditional townhouses of the time, which were often dark and cramped, the Hôtel van Eetvelde is a celebration of light and space. Horta's ingenious use of glass and iron allowed him to create a building that was both airy and spacious, a welcome respite from the hustle and bustle of the city outside. One of the most striking features of the Hôtel van Eetvelde is the central light well, which rises through the heart of the building. Topped by an elaborate stained glass dome, the light well bathes the interior in a warm, ethereal glow, creating a sense of tranquility and wonder. Section 5. A celebration of nature. The staircase. As we move from room to room in these magnificent houses, one element consistently takes our breath away: the staircase. In Horta's hands, the staircase is not just a functional element, but a sculptural masterpiece, a celebration of nature's flowing lines and organic forms. Forget about the straight, imposing staircases of old. Horta's staircases twist and turn, their delicate ironwork resembling the tendrils of climbing plants. Each step seems to float effortlessly, leading you on a journey of discovery. Look closely at the handrails, and you'll notice the intricate details, the delicate curves, and the way they seem to flow organically from the walls. Notice how the light plays on the polished wood and the gleaming metal, creating a constantly shifting spectacle. Section 6. The Maison and Atelier Horta, a living legacy. Our next stop takes us to a place that was very close to Victor Horta's heart, his own home and studio. Now a museum, the Maison and Atelier Horta offers a fascinating glimpse into the life and work of this architectural genius. As you step inside, you'll immediately notice the difference. Unlike the grand townhouses he designed for his wealthy clients, Horta's own home is a more personal and intimate space, but it's no less impressive. Here, you'll see Horta's signature style on full display, from the flowing lines of the staircase to the intricate mosaics that adorn the floors. But you'll also see another side of Horta, the meticulous craftsman who poured his heart and soul into every detail. Section 7. Horta's enduring influence. Beyond Brussels. While Horta's most celebrated works are concentrated in Brussels, his influence extends far beyond the city limits. His innovative use of materials, his embrace of natural forms, and his belief that buildings should be both beautiful and functional, inspired a generation of architects around the world. From Paris to Vienna, from Glasgow to Barcelona, Art Nouveau blossomed, each city adding its unique flavor to the movement. And while the style eventually fell out of favor, its influence can still be seen in contemporary architecture, from the flowing lines of modern skyscrapers to the use of sustainable materials. Horta's legacy is a reminder that architecture is more than just bricks and mortar. It's about creating spaces that inspire, uplift, and connect us to the world around us. Section 8. Art Nouveau's decline and revival. Like all artistic movements, Art Nouveau eventually had its day. The First World War, with its devastating impact on Europe, brought an end to the era of carefree optimism that had fueled the movement. The elaborate designs and expensive materials favored by Art Nouveau architects seemed out of step with the austere mood of the post-war years. But while Art Nouveau may have faded from view, it never truly disappeared. In recent decades, there has been a resurgence of interest in the movement, as people have rediscovered the beauty, craftsmanship, and timeless elegance of Horta's buildings. Today, Art Nouveau is celebrated as a pivotal moment in architectural history, a bridge between the ornate styles of the 19th century and the sleek modernity of the 20th. Section 9. Visiting Horta's masterpieces today. The good news is that many of Horta's most iconic buildings are open to the public. So, if you find yourself in Brussels, be sure to add them to your itinerary. You won't be disappointed. Stepping inside these architectural gems is like taking a step back in time. You can almost hear the rustle of long skirts and the clinking of champagne glasses as you imagine the people who once graced these rooms. But even if you can't make it to Brussels, you can still experience the magic of Horta's work through books, photographs, and online resources. There's a whole world of Art Nouveau waiting to be discovered. Section 10. A legacy etched in glass and stone. As we come to the end of our journey through Victor Horta's Brussels, we're left with a profound appreciation for the power of architecture to inspire, to innovate, and to transport us to another time and place. Horta's buildings are more than just structures. They are works of art, testaments to the boundless creativity of the human spirit. They remind us that true beauty lies in the marriage of form and function, in the harmonious blend of nature and innovation. So, the next time you encounter a building that takes your breath away, remember Victor Horta, the visionary architect who dared to dream in glass, iron, and stone. His legacy lives on, not just in the magnificent buildings he left behind, but in the hearts and minds of all who appreciate the transformative power of great architecture.